Thank you so much for joining in today. I'm very excited to talk to you. Let me know if the video quality is any better. I am coming to you live from my new MacBook Pro, testing it out, seeing what the camera can do for me, thinking about getting a new camera. So let me know in the comments if the video quality is any better. What am I going to talk about today? I'm going to talk about upcoming meal delivery service. Think of this as a blog, just talking about my progress. Normally, I'm talking about things that can directly help you, but I thought something that might help you if you're watching me or have seen a couple videos, just sort of seeing what my progress is. We're 70 plus videos into the BizDev Live thing, and I wanted to sort of give an update on where I am with Toth Event Staffing, with the business. We're working on a meal delivery service to launch September 1st. I'm working on a BizDev company called Care Social Agency, and the first product offering that we're going to offer out of that is BizDev Strategy for folks, giving 30 days of content ideas that then that person or company can turn around, utilize to enhance their social media profile, utilizing video and having a plan 30 days out so that they can remain consistent, because consistent is the key. I'll talk about thank you cards that my daughter's done and how that might turn into a business. So stay tuned. We're going to get into the BizDev theme and we will rock out. So thanks for being with me.
Weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. This is business development, not even selling it. This is intelligent. If you watch it, I promise you benefit. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration. BizDev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. BizDev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T.
So thanks for hanging with me. So what's going on? How is this whole video thing going? BizDev Live, is it working? Is it not? So, back in March, when I started this whole thing up, there was about 30, 40 followers on my channel, mostly from my nonprofit work. We had posted up dance videos in the past, so that had gotten some attention, and that was where we were. Now, basically 3 months later, it's slow going in terms of subscribers on the channel. We're at 128, but it's progress, and progress is progress is progress is progress. When you have a to-do list and that to-do list is front of mind, I got to say, this is something that I think can help folks, but this is something that I am also challenged with. I put things down that I know I need to do, and it's a question of, do I get through that in my day? And sometimes that to-do list goes out the window. So there are things that I know that I should be doing that I'm not doing. What are those things that you might ask, so that you can utilize those things in your day and your video strategy? One of the things that I could be doing better is with email strategy. When I shoot a video, to then follow up and say, hey, this video is up, doing a newsletter kind of thing, or a daily, or having that ability. So that's something that I got to add in, and I know that will enhance viewership and allow for the ability to touch people in a way where if they want to check things out, it'll enhance it. So there's something that I can add in there, and building my community. I really want your comments and questions with this. If you have questions about how things are going, please put them in, and I will try to answer in real time here to let you know what's going on with that. Meal delivery service. So September 1st, Pedro Vieta, my main guy, is an awesome chef. He is, if you go to Toth Event Staffing praise page, a guy that is just praised over and over and over again. An amazing waiter, amazing chef, somebody that I've been trying to work with for a long time in a really substantial way, and this may provide the opportunity. So we're going to launch a meal delivery service starting September 1st, and we'll have it available for sign up. Be roughly about $30 a meal. It's for the Greenwich and Scarsdale crowd. So if you know somebody that's in that community that needs meals delivered, if that's you, please hit me up. We'll have the marketing going with that fairly soon. Again, going back to that to-do list, I got to finish up menus and get the marketing and website ready to really just facilitate the purchase of that subscription-based plan. Minimum 2 meals a day, 4 days a week. We'll deliver on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This is a COVID-friendly business. So, in doing some soul searching for the business, we're completely a live events-based business, Toth Event Staffing. So when COVID hit, it really just wiped us out. So this is the answer to that. We're going to do a COVID-friendly meal delivery service, just really great meals. Not your Weight Watchers kind of thing, just really good food that you can simply heat up in the microwave for you, for your spouse, for your kids, and just rock on. Just great food. You don't even have to wash the dishes. Throw the plate back in the delivery bag, leave it on the stoop. We'll come and we'll collect it, that sort of thing. So that's an amazing service that we'll be offering. BizDev Live. The initiative to start this is creating a BizDev business, so a business development business where we can interact with a entrepreneur, solopreneur, small, mid-sized business, any kind of challenge, need that they need kind of help with, financial, branding, HR, organizational, business plan. You need help with developing a business plan or a deck pitch. We're going to connect you with Keisha King. You need help with your branding. We're going to connect you with Rob Genovese. If you need help with your organizational development, maybe Tina Campbell, or with culture, or Samuel Howard with organizational development, administrative kind of stuff within the company. So I'll be that connector to sort of diagnose, give some of the Band-Aid stuff, stop the bleeding, and then get you into high gear. The initial piece of that company, because not all that has been developed and built into a model that is ready for consumption, but that's the end-all be-all plan. Right now it's video strategy. So now I'm looking for customers to come in at a very low cost because we're just getting started. You're helping me as much as I know that I'll be helping you as a company, allowing me to sort of illustrate out what that actual product is. 30 days of strategy. I'm doing it for myself right now. I'm the first trial customer, and in just putting together topics and takeaways, I realized that you almost need a script on top of that, even for myself that knows what I'm talking about, the content of that. Developing that out is really important. So fleshing out that product, if you've listened to business podcasts, sometimes, people are researching their product for 2 years. Well, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm researching my product, trying to understand exactly how it works so that I can then release it into the wild, write the book, have it available for wide consumption, build my team after I know what I'm doing to teach them how to do it so that I can scale. Alexandria started doing thank you cards for me. We have speakers on BizDev Live. We have people that I'm meeting with, doing face-to-faces with. Encourage you, if you're checking in and you haven't done a face-to-face with me lately or ever, please get in touch with me. Really open to doing that face-to-face, and can find those common bonds through those face-to-face talks. I love that. And if you're networking and meeting with people, I really recommend, if you got a client, really try to understand their background and history as much as you can, so that you can find those commonality things and have, as Tina Campbell and Master Networks likes to say, a legacy beyond the business. But you can, find friends, find colleagues, find collaborators beyond what you're exactly working with in the moment, find that commonality, and I guarantee you, if that's somebody that was going to do business with you anyways, that's going to be a stronger bond, and it'll lead to better business connection and better referrals. If it wasn't somebody that was thinking maybe to work with you on this product offering, they may think about you for something else, or you may be able to connect with somebody because you know that much more about them and what they're after and who they're connected with. And that's really important. That is, I think, networking. If you're going to say it's a skill or a talent, that's what it is. It's finding those commonality pieces. So Alexandria, when I'm doing this, I have tasked her. She's my 13, very soon to be 14-year-old daughter, to send out cards. Jacqueline's giving me the thumbs up. So hopefully, Jackie, you got a card from my daughter. And so we actually had a couple of people reach out afterwards and say, hey, is this something that you could offer? And I said, pass it over to my daughter. I said, hey, looks like you might have some demand for this product. So just by simply doing something that was good, not everybody has that time to do the thank you cards and to do that follow-up, but we understand the importance of it, how nice it is to receive something in the mail, especially since everything is digital, to get that physical, tactical kind of thing. The fact that somebody spent time on it, spent love on it, it's really important. So now for about $4 a piece, you can get in touch with me, and I'll put you in touch with Alexandria, and you can get a beautiful do-it-yourself DIY for the uninitiated DIY card that's absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. Here's an example of one. This is big. Why my daughter hands me the one that isn't really done, but we have some that are really beautiful. Those that know, they got little pieces on them. There's a nice note. Anyways, Jacqueline says, yes, I was just going to email you. Thank you. It was heartfelt, and thank you. Yeah, so that's the whole idea is to do a touch point. I've been actually trying to connect with Jacqueline forever. So the fact that I was able to, using my daughter, send something that touched you that way, Jacqueline, that's great. Exactly what we're going for, because I want to stay connected with Jacqueline. Jacqueline does weddings and is in the event industry, is doing amazing advocacy, just wrote a book. This is somebody that I want to stay involved with. We talk about mentors that should be helping you get to a step beyond where you are and develop that community. What better way to develop that and enhance that by showing appreciation, sending some sort of gift, sending something that ties you in beyond just your phone call, because we're all so busy and so occupied. Jacqueline says, it reminded me when I created cards like that when I was growing up. It was beautiful. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. You sort of get the magic from like the Ratatouille kind of thing. If you've watched that Disney movie where, Ryan reminds people of things from the past. I think we sort of get in our heads and worry, is this going to be nice enough? I'm a luxury brand, or I'm a this, I'm a business that. Listen, a touch point is a touch point, and it's a lot better than nothing. And so, we set out to do something that I think is turned into something that's really quality. Alexandria is happy with it. I'm happy with it. And now some of our clients are happy with it on the thank you card end. In addition to that, I'm working with people just in terms of what's going on with me to sort of better myself, working with Lynn Rowe, LSR Consultants, to everybody needs a coach. I'm hoping that some people are tuning in to get some coaching from me. I go to Gary V and get some coaching. Jacqueline says, you are amazing, and I've learned so much from you. A million blessings with your platform. I said, oh, thanks, Jack. That makes me very happy. It's always interesting. I get a phone call and somebody said, oh, I checked out that video. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's great. Somebody is watching. So, that's sort of the thing. And I got into the daily videos because I had posted in the past on social media, and you might have had this experience at some point. You put up a couple posts, and then you go to a networking meeting and somebody says to you, wow, you're all over social media. I see all your stuff. Meanwhile, I'm in my head and I'm saying, like I posted 2 times. I'm a loser. I'm not posting as much as I know I should. But you see the power of it because people notice it when you're putting out images, when you're putting out content, even if it isn't consistent, like that it should be. It's doing something and it's connecting, especially with your existing customers and people that are already connected to you. So it's a powerful way to keep those that are connected to you connected and seeing your brand so that they can refer you to the people that you don't know and don't have any connection with. And it creates those really, really strong referral lines within your customers. And that's amazing. And that's a big part of why I was doing it before. And a big part of the Biz Dev Live thing is not only do I want to touch all the people that I'm involved with, bring them in, but I want to provide a vehicle for them to reach, people that are in my network and vice versa. Going into sort of the development stuff, Lynn Rowe, LSR Consultants, business coach, somebody that really knows their stuff on the business building side and scaling side. So I'm working with her. Carrie Flynn Barrett, if you don't know her, I'll try to put a link to an amazing Zoom. She gave out just recently a bunch of Zoom tips, and that's always really helpful. So definitely check in with Carrie Flynn Barrett. Christopher Calabro, I'm working with him on the financial guidance. So, we need coaches in our lives. Maybe we know something, but we're not doing it. So if there's something like that and there's a blockage point for you that, things are stopping up for you, I really, really encourage you, find that person, go out there and do a little digging and searching. That first person that you run into might not be the person. Shop around a little bit. I'm very fortunate that I have gone to a couple of different people in the past, and Christopher Calabro, who's a part of my home base Mount Pleasant Master Networks chapter, just happens to be amazing. He is a fiduciary, so that's something. If you're going after a financial planner, somebody to help you on the financial planning front, I would advocate that they be a fiduciary because they are legally binded to work in your best interest. It's an added layer of protection for you. I think most financial planners are going to be working in your best interest, but also you have financial planners that they're getting their revenue from one specific product. So they are going to be behooved to push that product on you, whereas somebody that's a fiduciary isn't allowed to do that necessarily. Still shop around, be very wary when it comes to your money, but I'm very lucky. Christopher Calabro has been a blessing, and since the beginning of the year, just putting $50 away, we've already created $350 of revenue in addition to money that just would not have been there had I not started doing that. Obviously, that has to do with the market and what that's been doing, but we're all in this for the money at some aspect or level. We got to put food on the table. We got to put money in the bank so that we can do more good, keep ourselves doing good, keep ourselves dressed and bathed and housed and all that jazz. So protecting your money and making sure your money is working for you is something that I highly recommend. So check out Christopher Calabro with CPC Financial. That sort of wraps it up. I really look forward to your questions and your comments. This channel, the reason I've started it, the emphasis, the mission behind it is to create something where hopefully you see me as a thought leader. You see me as somebody that's a straight shooter that is going to give you good advice, selfless in that way. If you're looking for something that's going to help you, I was inspired with yesterday's broadcast working COVID because I had gotten off the phone with a younger person than I that was looking for work in COVID. They'd just recently finally been terminated, and I was giving advice to them with their LinkedIn on how to get hired. And I love that. That brings out the passion in me. So if you have something that you're working on, this is your place, whether you want to do it online through the comments or to follow up with me afterwards. I really enjoy those conversations, completely free. If I could do it all day, every day, and just offer advice to people, I would, because I love doing that. I love helping people. So this channel is for that. Send those comments and questions my way. And I love dealing with that and trying to get solutions for folks in the moment. So if you're working on something, you're blocked on something, if I can't help you out, I'm sure I know somebody that can. And likely, if you're not in a position where you're financially capable, we can get you some sort of free assistance. And if you're a business that's looking to level up, we can find you a vendor that is going to tap into exactly what you need and get you where you need to go. That's all for me today. I will see you tomorrow. I really enjoyed this one, getting to talk a little bit about the fun and exciting stuff that I'm doing. There's lots more to talk about, but I don't want to create a boring wind tunnel of just stuff that I'm doing. So really want to hear about what you're doing. Shout out to me, comments below. I will respond. Thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Rock out with me to the Biz Dev Live theme.
Weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz Dev Live. Weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz D with C. Brought to you by Cameron T. Biz D with C. Brought to you by Cameron T. This is business development, not even selling it. This is intelligent. If you watch it, I promise you benefit. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T.